The mile-high city of Denver, Colorado, the site for the Trailblazers. Lights out shooting, the backcourt tandem of Dame Lillard and C.J. McCollum are laser-focused. And coming away with the win tonight is on their minds as they prepare for a fight with the Nuggets. Blazers, Nuggets, coming up next, right after this. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. D.A., take it away.
Kevin, thanks very much. Nikola Jokic loves to pass. He said an assist makes two people happy instead of just one. So it's as simple as that. And that simplicity and creative joy is part of what makes the big man tick. Jokic said, "It helps me having fun out there. It's a different way to approach the game." And that makes him one of a kind in this league, Kevin.
Sure is. Thanks, D.A. Looking now at the lineups for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
The starters for the Portland Trailblazers. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in its center. And for Denver, Aaron Gordon out there with Porter. Then there's Austin Rivers, and it's Nikola Jokic. And instead of just swinging the ball around the perimeter, Clark, both these teams like to run offense through the post.
And I love that, Kevin. We don't see it very often, but you're right. Both of these teams emphatic about getting the ball inside, putting pressure on the defense by driving it inside or passing it into the post. And it allows both of them to play a very high-quality inside-out game.
Campazzo, covered by Lillard. Here's Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
You know, if you get open, you can bet that Jokic is going to find you. His floor awareness is off the charts.
The pass to Nurkic. Here's Powell. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Jokic. Rivers trying to get open. And that one's good, Jokic.
Well, you got to do more than that to stop Jokic. I mean, this guy is a master at converting through tough defense.
A self-described country boy from the town of Sombor, Serbia. Jokic grew up racing horses, no less.
Boy, those are some nice factoids, Greg. Well done. From stable boy and jockey, but as he grew, basketball made the most sense. And to this day, he still loves horses and actually still has a few back in Serbia.
And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. Campazzo. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And they're running. Here's Powell. Jokic grabs the miss.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
And that one's good by Porter.
How about that smooth shot from the arc for Porter? He's got such a confident release in deep range, too.
Lillard way outside. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And good that time. Porter's got 5 points so far.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Here's McCollum. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man. Puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
And here's Rivers. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Denver passing it around. And he converts the layup.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Here's Lillard. McCollum trying to get open. And the basket by Lillard. Lillard's got his second bucket of the night.
Major props to Lillard there. Terrific focus to get hit on that shot and still deliver.
Denver in the lead. Now here's Rivers. Pass to Jokic. Lays it up and banks it in.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
You really don't want to allow him to get too comfortable, but even with stifling defense, he's going to still find a way to get it in the basket.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Kept alive. Banked in off the glass. He's got 6.
How about that persistence there? Jokic refusing to give up on the glass.
Covington kicks to Powell. Pass to Lillard. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot. And Denver decides to take their first time out here.
And drafted with the 41st pick back in 2014. How about this? Jokic, the definition of a sleeper pick. He was actually asleep when the Nuggets drafted him.
The story goes on that his brother called him up trying to congratulate him, and Nico hung up in his face. How about that? Didn't hear the news until the next morning. He certainly has a different way of going about things, but there's no denying he's got a lot of game, and it's fun to watch.
And the Nuggets making a change here. .125 left to play in the first quarter. Passes to Millsap. And the shot goes down.
And Millsap is a reliable shooter now. Inside, outside, in between game. He can get it done from anywhere.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. .115 left in the first. Now Powell. Covington down low. Working on Green. McCollum passes to Nurkic. 5 on the clock. Down low. Over Millsap. Nurkic can't hit.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
Really left alone that time. Gordon's got 5 points so far.
Boy, got to be impressed with Gordon. I mean, showing a real understanding and feel for when to fire off the dribble.
And here's McCollum for 3. Sinks the three-pointer. 5 points in the game.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Rivers finds Millsap. Again, the Nuggets score.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling. Off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Millsap with the steal. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. And it's Gordon missing. Lillard surveying the D. Launches it. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
That's one of the reasons Lillard is out there. He gives you that deep threat.
No good on the shot. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Nuggets lead by 5. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And before the game, we ran into Damian Lillard, who touched upon the team's camaraderie.
What we've learned is staying together, staying with it, staying positive, and just being consistent, you know, in our work and our preparation. It shines through, and, you know, it hasn't failed us yet.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
Here are the five Portland has to start the second quarter. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Ennis Cantor is out there with Anthony, and it's Jones in at the small forward position. Here's Lillard. Denver getting their last shot to go. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Denver calls timeout.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
Yeah, and I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Simons, he's checked in for Damian Lillard. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Porter passes to Jokic, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You know, it took a little time for Jokic to understand how to draw contact and get himself to the foul line, but he's figured it out now.
The Nuggets shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. Free throw, good. Jokic.
Jokic is one of those new breed of positionless players. On any given night, he could lead the team in points, rebounds, or assists, or maybe all three, triple-double like.
And Jokic drops them both.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
Here's Simons. The pass to McCollum. Anthony left side. Goes up on the wing. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Anthony's got his first points of the night.
Well, you got to respect the jump shot of Anthony because he's got the ultimate green light. And because of that freedom, he's a dangerous guy on the perimeter.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Denver in the lead, and McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. Well, last season, the Blazers were beset by injuries, and they fell short of their goals. Their star, Damian Lillard, said, "Once we're in a better position, I want people to remember how I responded when things didn't go my way, so that they know my character is true." Kevin, we know that Dame grew up in Oakland, a place where overcoming adversity was ingrained. Back to you.
Thank you, D.A. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Denver passing it around. Pass to Porter. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Harrison kicks to McGee. And the slam dunk by McGee.
You know, all McGee needs, guys, is good positioning. Once he has that, dunking the ball is elementary.
Here's McCollum. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on JaVale McGee.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
And the first one drops.
McCollum's carved out an impressive NBA career for himself, and I think he's still ascending. He was the 10th pick in the 2013 NBA draft. He's still got plenty of upside.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Norkic checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony. And it's Powell in for Derek Jones. Pass to Harrison. Here's Jokic. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, I love how crafty Jokic is. You know, he basically baits defenders into committing the foul once he gets deep position.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Portland.
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
Another thing they've been doing so far tonight is knocking down the jump shot.
Free throw, good. Jokic. Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason honing his craft, first on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career. And that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who've ever played the game.
6 to shoot. Fires from deep. The shot, no good. And it's Denver the other way.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
And guys, if there's an X factor for this Nuggets team moving forward, it might be the young man, Michael Porter Jr. Talk about his potential. It could be as high as anybody on that roster.
Yeah, I concur with you there, Greg. I mean, you look at this kid, he's got a great shooting touch and really good scoring instincts that you don't see very often. Extremely gifted. They've brought him along slowly, which is the wise thing to do. And if he can come on and realize his potential, he could take him to another level for sure.
And Portland making a change here. Hollis Jefferson's checked in. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Here's Simons. Here's Covington in the corner. Powell with it. Covington trying to break free. And it's Norman Powell with the 3. Powell's got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers. Nuggets have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Outside Porter. Passes it to Jokic. And he makes that one.
Boy, good vision that time from Michael Porter Jr. Saw the wide open teammate and then got the pass to him right on time.
To the inside. Here's Covington. McGee with the block. For Denver, they have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
And he makes the first.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Gordon comes in for Michael Porter. And it's Austin Rivers in for Harrison. Now here's Covington. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Clock at 6. Simons, the pass to Powell. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
And there's the pass to Jokic. Shoots over Nurkic. Jokic with the bucket. Jokic has got 15 points.
I am very impressed with the poise Jokic has shown tonight. He's been unflappable no matter what they've thrown at him.
Jokic firing on all cylinders for Denver. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Aaron Gordon. Aaron, you guys came out and played extremely well. What was the mindset in the first half?
We just tried to come out here, really stick to our principles, pick up the pace, and really be aggressive, and it turned out in a high-scoring half.
Just the way you want to play. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
Well, you know, in that first half, it was a common occurrence. He got to the stripe time and time again.
Lillard with it. Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So on the floor for Denver, we've got Gordon. He's out there with Porter. Austin Rivers is out there with Jokic.
And once they roll the ball out there, Lillard turned on the switch. He is doing it all tonight.
Denver shooting an impressive 65%, having their way with this defense. Campazzo goes up from the top of the key, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Lillard outside, and he's good on the 3-ball. Lillard's got the lead up to 1 now for the Trailblazers.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range. His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Here's Powell following the basket by Jokic. Lillard outside. And Lillard throws it down.
Don't let his height fool you. Lillard can rise up with the best of them.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
Denver calls timeout. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
Denver making a switch here. Millsap's checked in. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. The tray. A three-pointer is right on target. Millsap's got 9.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Now here's McCollum. 7 points in the game. And Lillard gets double-teamed. Just 5 on the clock. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
Nuggets trail. Inside. Here's Millsap, and Millsap snaps it in.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
Here's Rivers, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And it's a three-point Nugget lead.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
No question about it. I mean, these teams are really battling hard now.
Greg is a broadcaster. Who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who is my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
We've got 1:55 left in the third quarter. Here's Gordon. Sinks that one from the post. Gordon's got 7 points in the game.
And Gordon is a guy who's used to being bodied. I mean, he just kind of plays through it, shrugging off the contact and ignoring it, really.
Rivers against McCollum. Pass to Anthony. Over Millsap. Anthony can't hit. Nuggets have gone as spotless, 6 of 6 from the field since taking the court here in the second half. Here's Rivers, got a piece of it. Here is Lillard. He's got 24. Shoots the three, buries it from three-point range. Lillard's got the lead up to 1 now for the Trailblazers.
And that was not an opportunity Lillard was going to let pass by. Getting down the floor in an instant and finishing on the break.
Denver calls timeout. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
Just killing it from deep. They've got to be all up in his jersey at all times. Give him even an inch, and you just ask it for him to drop another triple on you.
JaMychal Green, he's checked in for the Nuggets. And Portland with a change here, too. Jones is checked in. 1:06 left in the third quarter. Denver's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Rivers against McCollum. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one's on Anthony. The Nuggets have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6. A free throw drops for Rivers. Jokic has checked in for Paul Millsap. Rivers hits both of them. Portland's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Lillard outside. Anthony trying to get open. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Lillard is really a force of nature. I mean, an incredible talent who torches just about everybody with his scoring ability.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Throw good, Damian Lillard. The Nuggets making a switch here. Porter's checked in. And both free throws good for Damian Lillard.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Clock management, this is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
And the shot is good. Jokic has got 6 here in this quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for him.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Anthony can't hit.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game. You've got to have a good basketball IQ to be effective. I love the decision to kick it out.
And he drains the 3, but let's see, they may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus, I think he got it off in time. The replay leaving little doubt.
But to me, it's worth being certain. And that's why we have replay, to get these big calls right.
Jokic firing on all cylinders for Denver. They've leaned on him for offense, and he hasn't let them down. He's now up to 23 points today. Back right after this. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And the call will be against Jusuf Nurkic. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 spot. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Nailed from three-point land. Lillard's got 35 in the game.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Gordon, Nurkic with the block. They retain possession. Yep, that one goes in there. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Trailblazers trail by 3. Lillard fires away from way outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists in the game. The Nuggets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Pass to Jokic. Great D that time from Nurkic. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Portland Trailblazers, and they take the lead. McCollum's got the lead up to 2 now for the Trailblazers.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Passes it to Porter. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's foul number 2 for him. For the Nuggets, Millsap comes in for JaMychal Green, and it's Rivers in for Gordon. And then for the Trailblazers, Little comes in for C.J. McCollum, and it's Simons in for Lillard. Rivers gets a wide open look. Offensive rebound. Here's Porter. Jokic trying to free himself up. Porter, no luck. Portland's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Poked away. Here's Simons. Jokic defending. Shot clock at 5. From deep three-point range. But they get it back. Second chance shot. Hits. Count that one from Nurkic. Now it's a 4-point Portland lead.
Nurkic doesn't take a lot of bad shots, so when he decides to pull up off the dribble, you know he's feeling it.
Here's Jokic. And another miss by Denver.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. They've got to have better shot selection.
Covington, and the layup's good off the glass.
Man, I'm impressed by the level of concentration Covington has on these difficult finishes. I mean, in this league, you have to get used to making shots despite being bumped a little bit or being challenged at a high level.
Denver calls timeout.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Damian Lillard.
Hey, guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. McCollum comes in for Little, and Lillard subbed in for Anfernee Simons. From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I was able to catch what Mike Malone said to his team. He told his guys the inside game is working, so stick with it. That means posting, slashing, getting to the rim, whatever produces these high percentage looks. Kevin, back to you.
Tony.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage, never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
The Nuggets trail by 4. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Now, here's Lillard. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Lillard's got 41.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
The pass to Jokic. Shoots over Nurkic. Again, the Nuggets score.
When it's an important possession, Jokic steps up big.
Trailblazers leading by 3. In the corner, Powell with it. Lillard outside. Outside, Covington. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Now, here's Lillard. Defense right on him.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
Hey, that's crazy there. I mean, insanity. At least wait until you get across half court. My goodness.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes, somebody's really lit the fuse for Damian Lillard.
No room for them to make a mistake here.
You got to almost play perfect from here on out.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
Really, as close as you can get to an and one right there. He almost had it.
First free throw is good, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. And Jokic hits them both.
Guys, that was critical. I mean, that's what we're used to seeing out of him, though, at moments like this.
And an intentional foul right there. Jokic with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Jokic is running and finished off by Porter.
Just refusing to back down when the spotlight's brightest. Porter outstanding at taking over here in the clutch.
Now Lillard. Nurkic kicks to Powell. Back to Nurkic. Lillard from outside. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Denver calls timeout. They're behind by 3. 1 second left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And only one choice here. They need a 3. I'm sure he's going to sub in all of his best shooters. Under 2 seconds remaining. It has to be a catch-and-shoot 3 if they hope to tie it.
Jokic. Oh, he had a chance there to send it to overtime, but they come up empty-handed. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Damian, it looks like this team's progress can be measured by your improvement at the defensive end. And do we see that tonight?
We made some mistakes like every other basketball team does, but I think we did a great job of making adjustments. You know, we got a little more physical. You know, we did a great job of that.
And that led to a big win, Damian. Thanks for your time, man. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.